We are in the middle of the week, and so far it's been a quite boring week if we look at price action alone, but there's a lot of things happening, a lot of things cooking. Literally, we're going to be talking about that because the Memecoin ecosystem in Cosmos is slowly coming together. We also have some news from Lava Network. They just announced another $11 million funding round. And then I also have some airdrop alpha for you that you can't miss out. But first things first, I want to remind you that you can submit your content here on the CitoZone website. If you are a content creator, a writer, and you write blog posts about IBC, the Cosmos ecosystem, or any exciting new projects in Cosmos, or even airdrops, then you can submit that content piece here. It could even be a Twitter thread or something. And then we will share that here on our website, right? We have some great articles here about also liquid staking, about ZK, which is very interesting. We actually also have a full-on video coming about that very, very soon. So feel free to submit your content, and then we will share that here on the CitoZone website. Looking at the ETF flows, as always, we had a red day yesterday, $15.6 million in outflows. Grayscale back down again, 29 million. The rest, nothing much is happening here. So it's a bit of a boring sideways movement here. The Hong Kong BTC ETF saw around 100 BTC in inflows, and the Ethereum spot ETF 536 ETH in outflows. The next big call by the SEC is going to be made literally 2 weeks from now about the Ethereum spot ETF application by various providers, including BlackRock, including Fidelity, which would obviously be huge for the total 2 and especially also the total 3 chart, in my opinion. So all altcoins, it's going to cause a massive alt season if that thing gets approved. But also, realistically, the chances are super low. And now we also saw Gary Gensler yesterday on TV, basically, as always, ditching the question about whether Ethereum is a security, which of course it's not. But yeah, in classic Gary Gensler manner, he was just wobbling around it. Anyways, looking into the Cosmos ecosystem, we see red left and right as the entire crypto market today. All the gains from yesterday were already given away today, so nothing much happened. The only winners today, I would say, Asset Mantle, Terra, Mars, and Kanto. Mars has held actually relatively strong through the recent sideways bearish movements, but yeah, still at 9 cents is super cheap, super low. And the top losers, Keychain, XKI, we talked about it yesterday. No big surprise, super thin liquidity, basically no trade volume. There also seems to be kind of a bug in one of the pools, which led to this false 60% pump yesterday, which wasn't actually a pump. Onomi also down 12%. Saga now below $3 and 11% down today. And yeah, everything else is red. It's still boring. It's still annoying that we're always going down. But yeah, this is just a reaccumulation phase, right? A bullish reaccumulation phase before we then see the next leg up. Anyways, there has been some movement. We talked about it a lot recently in a recent video, but the Cosmos Hub is getting smart contract capabilities by the end of Q2. Maybe we have to wait until Q3. CosmWasm, for those that don't know, is been around now for 3-4 years in production. I think starting with Terra, I think that was the first one to actually deploy it, and also Juno then. Yeah, brought it really to the market, but it's pretty much deployed on most Cosmos chains nowadays. And there's basically 2 forms, 2 ways how this smart contract framework is integrated. Either in a fully permissionless way, which is something that Neutron has, something that DYDX is working on, and also chains like Juno Network, which means anybody can deploy any contract without permission, right? That's what permissionless means. You can deploy anything, whether it's a DeFi app, whether it's an AMM, whether it's a lending protocol, anything, right? Permissioned, on the other hand, means that you can't just deploy a contract, you actually have to go to on-chain governance and ask the entire community. And Jihan, who is one of the lead engineers at Informal Systems, which is the core maintaining organization of the Cosmos Hub, he just posted a blog post. By the way, he's also been a frequent guest here on the channel, and we also did countless Twitter spaces over the years. Jihan now posted this on the forum about CosmWasm guidelines, right? Because the smart contract integration on the Cosmos Hub, which was upvoted by the community recently, would be in a permissioned way. And he's now saying, you know, what are some of the things that should go on the hub and what are some of the things that should not go on the hub. What should not go in the hub, and I fully agree to all of this, is anything that would turn the Cosmos Hub into an app store or compete with Neutron. Neutron is fully atom secured and deploys permissionless CosmWasm. So you can pretty much offload all the applications, all the AMMs, all the meme coins. You can upload it all on Neutron, which is fully atom aligned, Cosmos Hub aligned. But what should be deployed on the Cosmos Hub through CosmWasm is anything that improves the tooling, right? And Stargaze is listed here as an example that have been doing this over the years. And like Jihan is saying here, a CosmWasm contract should only be deployed if it adds an important piece of core functionality to the hub that cannot be deployed on Neutron while preserving the same functionality. He's also giving examples here, for example, a DAO that is tightly integrated to governance. For example, having the ability to modify parameters, deploy funds from the community pool, or direct inflation, or also an upgrade to interchain security, which needs the ability to slash validators or delegators, something like mesh security. We talked a lot about this over the years as well. And also, for example, about IBC infrastructure, right? And yeah, this could also be deployed in the future through this permission CosmWasm integration. And Golden Ratio is summarizing this perfectly here. Infrastructure good, apps that compete with ICS chains bad. That's all about it. And I'm very excited to see this go on the Cosmos Hub in the next couple months. Now, this is big news from Lava. Lava Network, the Lava Foundation, raised another $11 million in a token round ahead of Airdrop and ahead of the token launch, the TGE, which is imminent. And they just recently announced a $15 million funding round in February. However, that $15 million funding round was actually concluded already in 2023. It was just then announced in February as they were, just coming out of a phase of building and shipping and deploying. And with Cito, we're also investors into Lava Network. We're also going to be running a Genesis validator. So you'll be able to delegate your Lava tokens to Cito once the token is live. Lava itself, they also announced the tokenomics recently. I made a full video about that. They have a 1 billion token supply that is actually deflationary, or at least it's a capped supply. So max supply, not more than 1 billion Lava tokens. It's also a built-in burn mechanism and very mindful flywheel of value accrual and incentivizing all participating partners in the Lava ecosystem, because there's a lot of different actors, right? You have those that are running RPC and API infrastructure. You have obviously validators, you have delegators, and you have just a lot of these different parties and actors. But yeah, this $11 million round was led or invested by Animoca Brands, Gate.io Ventures, CoinGecko as well, Sandeep, who is the Polygon co-founder, Ash Crypto, CryptoLark, and some other media outlets. So it's kind of like a strategic round. Also, I love to see the roll-up guys in here. And yeah, kind of a strategic round that will definitely also help them to make some bigger waves and have a bigger splash when they go live. And yeah, Lava itself also being in this modular kind of narrative, modular ecosystem, also aligned with a lot of the big chains, big multi-billion-dollar chains that are in production already, such as Near Protocol, Axelar, and they also have pending integrations with Filecoin, Starknet, and also with the Cosmos Hub. So Lava Network is a full-on Cosmos chain in the end of the day. So part of the IBC gang, core cosmonauts, and very exciting to see Lava Network go live very, very soon. Another big update we have from Rollchains, they have now partnered with EthosStake. And I kept telling you about EthosStake now for a couple of weeks, couple of months maybe. And Ethos is going to be a full-on Cosmos Layer 1 blockchain that deploys restaked ETH from EigenLayer. So fully Cosmos aligned, fully Ethereum aligned through EigenLayer. And yeah, this is going to be basically bringing ETH security into the Cosmos ecosystem. After Ethos has announced this, which is already like 1 or 2 months ago, we also saw now the Cosmos Hub integrating this into the roadmap, right? Informal has added this after Bitcoin staking in this partnership with Babylon. The Cosmos Hub is also going to be compatible with restaked ETH through EigenLayer in the future. So there's also going to be more and more competition. I'm very excited also for Ethos to go live. And considering now that Rollchains has partnered with Ethos, means that some of these projects probably that are part of the Rollchain ecosystem already might actually also deploy using Ethos for security. But also keep in mind that this doesn't have to be exclusive, right? So we know, for example, Noble, we know some other chains that are partnered with Rollchains to post data to Celestia. They have now partnered with Ethos as well. So even if Noble, for example, would use Ethos, I guess it wouldn't have to be exclusive, right, to that. It could be one of the security sources, maybe the primary security source, but yeah, there could also be other ways for that. Anyways, definitely one to watch out for and keep an eye on everything that Rollchains is sharing here, and also EthosStake on Twitter. As promised, let's talk briefly about meme coins. There's been something cooking, literally. The Start Cooking app has done roughly $500,000 in trading volume on OsmosisZone in 4 days alone. That's over $100,000 of shitcoinery per day. And if you go on Start Cooking, it's actually very clean, very easy. You can create a token here literally in a few clicks, in 2 clicks actually. Super easy. You just have to come here. I'm gonna show you real quick, and just choose your name, your ticker, description, logo URL, and that's it. You're good to go. And then you can just come here and swap. This is all happening on Osmosis, so yeah, but that's kind of the 2-tab front end that you need, right? You connect your wallet and you're ready to go. And you're gonna see there are some meme coins here. In true Cosmos fashion, a lot of them are about individuals, about builders, people, Twitter accounts, you know. Even Stake here. Note, however, that this is not from anyone from us. This is not from the Stake Cito team. Someone has made this here. I'm not sure who or where or why, but it is what it is. Just note that this is not from us. We have a stake token inscribed into the Cosmos Hub chain as an CFT20 token, which we experimented when Asteroids launched, like literally the day it launched. If you actually want to learn all about how that works, what it is, you can go here on docs.start.cooking and you can see here how it works. They're just saying it literally takes 2 clicks and takes 1 Osmo, and you can create your own meme coin, your own shitcoin. Then we also have Unicorn. I talked about it last week, unicorn.meme, which is one of the most retro, nostalgic, and also scammy looking site, to be honest, but it's a fun page. And all of this works here, right? This is all clickable. You have a music player here, like back in the days. So play around with that as well and see what's up here. I think the permissionless deployment for meme coins is also lined up here, so watch out for that. You can connect your Kepler and Leap all at your own risk. Do your own due diligence, your own research. But yeah, Memecoin and Start.Cooking, definitely some of the newer players in Cosmos that are both trying to capture and capitalize on some of that recent Memecoin hype. And now finally, just briefly, some updates about Airdrops. Airdrops.one, the best site to stay updated on all things airdrops. You can see here there's a couple of Dymension airdrops coming up. All-in bets, infrastructure roll app for on-chain gaming, Monday Network, which we announced also yesterday here, that is coming tomorrow. Started Cooking, the meme platform itself will also have an airdrop, the Cook Drop. So I also showed you how to claim that when the claim window was open. And yeah, there's a couple of others. Also Nebula Finance, which is a modular liquid staking hub on Dymension. So that's Dymension specific. I talked to you about Milky Way, which is Celestia specific, and also has a couple more projects, I think, in partnerships. And Nebula is now Dymension specific. So I guess we're entering a phase where we'll see a lot more liquid staking providers than we actually thought, right? And I think the race is far from over. I think the race is barely even beginning when it comes to liquid staking in Cosmos. Obviously, we have Stride leading by far. Then we also have P-Stake and we have some OGs. But yeah, now we're seeing a new generation, right? And they're all raising multi-million-dollar rounds. And yeah, then we also have some of the big ones launching, like Namada, Babylon, and also Bera, right? So there might also be airdrops there as well. And then, yeah, lastly, the Saga airdrop, we now have an update on the claim page. This time I'm gonna also leave the link for the claim page in the video description. Vault 1 is starting tomorrow as well, and then Vault 2 will come soon. Vault 1 is only for the Saga airdrop itself, and Vault 2 is going to be for, I guess, the first cohort of Saga ecosystem projects that will drop their token to Saga stakers. So watch out for these. Don't get bored. Don't get wiped out by the market. This is just natural behavior in a bull run, right? We always have these corrections, setbacks, boring phases, reaccumulation phases. We've seen it over and over the past 7 years. So yeah, it's just very normal. And I think also sometimes it's nice to, you know, not have crazy headlines all the time, right? And just have like a boring phase in crypto. I think that also feels nice sometimes. So anyways, I hope you enjoyed the video today. You learned something. Like the video, share it with your friends on Twitter, social media, Telegram, wherever you are active. And I'll see you guys tomorrow. Until then, stay safe and be good.